Hello students, I am Dr. PC Cambodia, Associate Professor in the Department of English, BSR Government Arts College, Alwar, Rajasthan. This video class is for the students of BA Part 2nd English Literature Paper 2nd. In this video class, we discuss question and answers based on Ibsen's play A Doll's House. The first question is, who composed the play A Doll's House? The answer is Ibsen composed the play A Doll's House. Can a play be as same as a drama? No, a play cannot be as same as drama. There is a difference between a play and a drama. A play is textual. It is in form of a book. And when the same script of dialogues is enacted upon through actions, it becomes drama. A play is to be read, whereas a drama is to be visualized and seen. We can see the actors performing in drama, but we have to read their dialogues in a play. The next question, name any two female characters from the play A Doll's House. Two female characters from the play A Doll's House are Nora and Christine. Then name any two male characters from the play A Doll's House. Two male characters from the play A Doll's House are Dr. Rink and Helmer. Then, what is the main theme of the play A Doll's House? The main theme of the play A Doll's House is male dominancy. And what could be the other sub theme of this play, A Doll's House? The sub theme of this play, A Doll's House, could be scarcity of employment, because this also goes with the theme of male dominancy. In the very beginning of the play, we see Helmer struggling hard for a permanent job. He is a clerk of an advocate, but he searches a permanent job in a bank and then becomes the bank manager. Then Nora's friend Christine also comes in search of a job. Krogstad is there working in the same bank where the main protagonist Helmer is the bank manager, but Krogstad is afraid of losing his job because his relations are not cordial with the bank manager. So, what we see is that along with the theme of male dominancy, the scarcity of job or job opportunities are not rare. This theme also goes side by side. Then the next question, does the play A Doll's House depict those problems which are contextualized in the modern world? The answer is yes. There are the problems which this play focuses upon, And both of these problems, that is job opportunity, scarcity of job, and male dominancy, are there in the modern world. And the class of the ladies is struggling hard against the male dominancy, and the class of the youth is struggling against the scarcity of job. Then Nora is there as the female protagonist of the play. Does she resist male dominancy tooth and nail, or does she resist the male dominancy with the cruel strokes of dialogue? No, Nora struggles against this male dominancy feebly or very weakly, because we do not know that Nora would take such a stern decision towards the end of the play to leave Helmer's house. Then what kind of relation Dr. Rink has with Nora? Does their relationship becomes doubtful? Yes, the relationship that develops between Nora and Dr. Rink becomes doubtful because dialogues have been written like that, and the dialogue compels us to think that they may have extramarital relations, but it is not clearly written. The words have been written in such a way that they compel us to think over and over. Then we come to the next question, that towards the end of the play, Nora's husband Helmer makes a request to Nora not to leave the house, and then does Nora accept her husband's request? No, Nora does not accept her husband's request to give up the decision of leaving the house. Then how does Helmer try to appease her or try to remind her to stay in his house? Helmer reminds her of her duties as a mother and also as a wife, but she says no. Then Helmer tries to remind him of her religion and what society would say if he leaves the house. Even then, she says that she knows her religion very well and she is not afraid of society. Then the next question, does Nora have full faith in law? Then the answer is no. The character Nora does not have full faith in law as well. Then does Nora depict a particular lady who has been suppressed because of male dominancy, or does she represent the entire class of the ladies? The answer is Nora doesn't represent a particular case, but Nora represents the class of the ladies who becomes a victim of the male dominancy. Similarly, her husband does not represent one particular case, Helmer. He also represents all those husbands or all those men who are overpowering and make use of their power to crush the independence of the ladies, or they never allow to speak the class of ladies in front of them. Then who catches hold of Nora for a forced loan. Krogstad catches hold of Nora for taking a loan in a forced manner. Then next question, what was the forgery? The forgery was that Nora signed her father's signature. Her father had already died, and after his death she signed for her father. Then the next question, what was the need for Nora to take the loan? Nora wanted to take loan because her husband Helmer was suffering from tuberculosis and he was to be taken to south, a warmer place, and the place chosen here was Italy. She demanded or needed fund for this purpose. When she was unable to manage funds, she applied for a loan. And how does she pay the loan? She pays the loan through installments. Was she spending lavishly? No, she was not spending lavishly. Whatever she could save, she utilized the same amount in order to pay the installments. The next question, how was the uh, character Dr. Rink was supposed to meet his end and how he was to inform Helmer family for this purpose? The answer is Dr. Rank says that he will post two cards with a cross mark of danger whenever the two cards are received in the letterbox of Helmer family. They would think that Dr. Rink is no more. What was the disease that was a cause of suffering for Dr. Rink? Dr. Rink suffered from the disease of bone tuberculosis. Next question, which part suffered from this disease? Spinal cord of Dr. Rink was the infected part in the body of Dr. Rink. Who was responsible for the condition of Dr. Rink in this manner? According to Nora's husband Helmer, his father was responsible because when he was a child, no care was taken for him. So he had been victimized by tuberculosis of bone, which his father couldn't pay attention to. Then, how can you say that it is a play of male dominancy? The answer is we can say that it is a play of male dominancy because Nora as a wife is being insulted time and again. She is called as a bird. She is called as a skylark. She is called as a squirrel, and her husband never talks to her in a respectful manner. Then, how many acts are there in the play A Doll's House? There are three acts in the play A Doll's House. We shall be taking some other topic in our next video class. Those students who want to get their home assignments checked, they can send their assignments to me to my email, that is cambodiapc@gmail.com. I shall check them and valuable suggestions would be sent to their mail. Thanking you so much.